Hi guys, welcome to Dungeons and Cosmonauts. This is our new show where we play Dungeons and Dragons for you at home.
Help us!
You're welcome.
Please.
So, Dungeons and Dragons is a game where you and your buddies all play in like a fantasy world. For those of you who don't know that, these guys are all playing characters, and I made the world for them to be in because I'm the dungeon master. I'm not gonna be playing per se, but I'm like the world. I'm gonna be all the characters that they encounter, and I'm gonna be all the situations that they have to face. Okay? So, we'll explain things more as we go along. I'm pretty sure most of you already probably know how the game works a little bit, but some of you don't. That's okay. We're not gonna make this too high, like, we're not gonna make it too crazy. This is like standard vanilla fantasy, and they're gonna make the situations fun and entertaining, basically. Okay?
Hopefully.
Yeah. So, we have some faces you all probably don't know. We got me, Marcus. I'm your DM. Dan. Tell us who you're playing today.
Today, I'm gonna play the role of Salim Ali Zashid, and he is a monk cleric gentleman.
An Egyptian fellow, I believe.
An Egyptian fellow. Well,
that Egypt's doesn't exist in this world. Yeah.
It's good to make note of that now.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's just loved in his town, and he's gonna go out on an adventure.
Okay, word up. What are you playing? Who are you? What are you playing?
Hello, it's me.
Talk a little louder.
It's me, Megan. Yay! I am playing Nereza of the Wells. She is a drow, druid, and she is a little smarty pants. She's a little science girl.
Tell us about her backstory a little bit. What's her little stuff going on?
She is from the Underdark, obviously, as most drows tend to be.
Yeah.
And she is the sixth daughter of pretty much the matriarch of her town, the Wells. And she is like total baby syndrome. No one pays attention to her really. So she does like science stuff to keep herself busy. And then some things happen to her, and she leaves the Underdark to go on a quest to look for her aunt.
Her aunt?
Like a little buggy?
No, like her aunt.
Oh,
this is D&D
like
for apes?
familia.
Her family, who is presumed dead.
But she knows she ain't dead, right?
Dead, I presume.
Yeah.
Scandal.
Something happens.
Okie dokie, Smokey.
Mystery.
Yeah.
Intrigue.
We'll figure that out as we go. Alright, next.
Hi guys, I'm Jessica, and I'm playing Rowan Van Gant. She's a human wizard, and she's kind of annoying, honestly. She's an inventor, super smart, went to a prestigious wizard college, and wears a blue cloak to symbolize that. She's very proud of it.
But it's dusty.
But it's dusty and gross because she also has been wearing it since she graduated 9 years ago.
Crusty AF.
Yeah, it's crusty AF. Her dad was a famous inventor, like high inventor to the king of this big city place that she's from. And things have happened, and now she needs revenge against that king. Ooh.
Spooky.
Alright, next.
Hi guys, I'm Julian, and I'm playing Peleus Anastasia. He's a rogue, elf, for that distinction. He's
Bang Bang Elf Gang.
kind of dignified, but he knows that he can kind of swindle people and kind of mess with them. He's very nimble and agile, so expect many a throat cut on this adventure.
Is he a religious fellow?
He is, I forgot to mention. He's part of like a cult church kind of dealio, and their mission is to gather knowledge, and some of them are doing it for less than savory reasons, and he's one of them. He wants to acquire power and all that kind of stuff, so he's using his connections to get him further in the ways of the world. So there you go. He's kind of selfish.
Alright, so I made a special world for you guys. I didn't want to use like Forgotten Realms or like any of the pre-existing worlds, so I made a little map for you guys to look at. I have it up on the screen for those of you who yeah, that one right there.
Me holding it up.
For those of you who are watching this on YouTube and not iTunes, we're gonna do a brief overview of the world and how this world that they're in is kind of working, so you guys can kind of get a grasp on what they're dealing with. and then we'll jump right into the adventure. So, to the north here we've got the Helm. That's kind of like the northern lands, okay? That's mostly uncharted territory. I kind of drew little mountains, but they didn't come out.
Because it sits on top.
Exactly, he got it. That's it.
So
Yep.
is the world
helmet.
a person?
Then you've got on the Helm is Leforian and Elenweir. Elenweir, I don't know how I intended for that to be
Elenweir.
pronounced, so you guys just go for it. In Elenweir, that's where the Fae live, like satyrs and fairies and shit like that.
Centaurs.
Yeah,
Whale
centaurs.
people.
Whale people.
Wait.
Then Leforian is a densely forested area where elves live and
Where
stuff.
Galadriel lives, right?
Like, that's where Galadriel
Lothlorien
lives, and Legolas.
And Legolas.
Legoland.
Sir Legoland.
I want to go there.
Over here we got Dormac, over on the east and west. That's kind of a half desert, half mountainous region. Very arid. The giant steppes is where some of the giants live, but there's other giants other places. People just don't really know where they are. The giants like to stay themselves.
Is that a lake?
Yeah, it's like a little oasis. That's why the city's there. 'Cause
Okay.
it's desert and there's water there.
That makes sense.
So, I'm gonna try to run through this quickly so we can just get to the game. Zenfir at the bottom, that's where all the bad dudes live. All the
Darkness.
land is, like, sapped of its mana and energy, so it's blackened and crusty.
What
Oh, you
about
can barely
this
even
place
touch
to
that
the
code.
left? It looks
yeah.
like a scary
That's how bad it
face.
Which one? On
Like
the
the
left?
place to the
Oh, it
left.
does. It's like
That's on purpose. I haven't
Oh,
named
I
it
like
yet,
that.
but
It's
that
like-
it is a bad world. The reason this is all ugly and weird is because the land has been warped by foul magics. Okay, so
Scary.
in the middle, that's kind of where we're going to be focusing for a good chunk of this beginning portion of the beginning arcs of the game.
So intricate.
Aletheus is all that little cluster of islands and landmasses. Okay, Aletheus is like the big kingdom where the king of like the land lives.
It's really hard to rule a kingdom of a bunch of little islands.
That's why they have dukes and guild leaders spread around from the various islands. They're kind of divided up. He is the he's the regent. He's the guy.
Regional
he's,
manager.
He's the he's the GM.
They call me regional man.
He runs the Olive Garden in
Okay.
the center
So
right
this
there.
kind of looks like a UK.
So that's
kind of-
Italy.
I kind of
Endless
see it
pasta.
as like UK America.
Okay.
And by the way, Aletheus is like, think of like Coruscant. It's like all city, all over the place.
Oh.
The only place you won't really see that is on some of these outer islands near the ends of them. They might not have as much dense city. They might have a little bit of forest here and there. For the most part, think about like a big city, like just city all over the place. And it's different cities too. Like there's like a jungly city for some of them. Like it's very
Zootopia.
nothing like Zootopia.
Alright, but how many out of us were thinking?
Himsdale is the counterpart to Aletheus. Aletheus is trying to grab all these regions, if you can tell. Like, they have all these little islands that really aren't part of their landmass. To the north, they really want they want Himsdale, but Himsdale doesn't want to let go of their culture. And they aren't really like a densely city-populated place. They're kind of like a more of a traditional fantasy realm. To the east, you guys have Pinecrest, and that's where you guys are going to be starting for this adventure. Pinecrest is kind of like its own thing. Think of Canada. There's other stuff on this map, but we don't need to get into it. Let me go into the state of the world a little
Okay.
bit, okay?
Yeah.
Which one's the state of the world?
Shut up.
Bad
Stop.
world.
So, in this world, some people may not know this, but in Dungeons & Dragons, there are two types of dragons. There's metallic dragons and chromatic dragons. Chromatic are like red, green, blues, that kind of shit. And they're the evil ones. They're bad boys. And they are varying powers and alignments and stuff, but they're usually pretty bad. Then metallic dragons are the good ones, and they're like gold, silver, bronze, copper, something else.
basically it.
Brass. I think
Oh, there you go.
brass
Yeah,
is one of them.
brass is
That's
one.
probably all of
Did you
them.
ever say
Silver.
copper?
That's a copper.
You did,
I think it's all of them.
Platinum.
They're good guys.
No.
There's one platinum dragon
That's a-
named
There is-
Bahamut. He's the
Oh.
king of all metal dragons. He's dead. In fact, all the metal dragons are dead or have disappeared, and no one knows where they are or what happened to them.
Spoilers.
So everybody knows that though,
Oh, not
because the
spoilers.
platinum dragon Bahamut, he had direct contact with the king of Altheus, who's kind of like the big head honcho guy right now. There's other kings in other places, but don't worry about that right now.
Okay.
He had direct contact with him, and it spread the word that all the metal dragons are gone or dead, disappeared. You guys don't know why. Nobody knows why, and in fact, there's a large bounty out for anybody who can find the location or prove that they've seen a metallic dragon or a metallic dragon egg or anything. Right now, adventuring is at an all-time high because like all those treasure troves that the dragons inhabited are now abandoned. People are trying to go find those hidden caves and loot for treasure.
The mountains.
That's also led some of the darker forces of the world, like goblins, mind flayers, drow, and all sorts of bad boys to kind of run around
Don't stereotype drows. That's racist.
Most drows are bad
Like
in
9
this
out of
world.
10.
All drows
That's
are bad
racist.
boys.
Anyway, so all the bad guys in the
offended.
world are kind of like going around, and they're acting up because there's nothing to keep them in check right now. Because basically the good guys of the world are a little not doing so well right now. But that's also leading some of the more righteous people to take up arms against these forces.
Step up their
Okay?
game.
But basically,
And the people who are good are really good.
yeah, they're real good at what
Not
they
pretty
do.
good.
I mean, like, you guys have alignments. I think you're chaotic good.
Yeah.
True neutral.
Neutral good.
Neutral evil.
There we go.
Nice.
Spicy.
The spicy one.
Yeah.
We've played a lot of D&D before as a group, as friends, so we have a little bit of experience. I've DM'd a lot of games, but I don't really follow the rules too much, but I'm going to try to follow them as much as I can in this one. I'm going to try to be a little nitpicky with some of the things I make you guys do, because for some people, this may not be their first experience with D&D, so I want to really follow them, because I know a lot of D&D podcasts out there don't really do that too much. They don't follow the rules or anything.
Right.
So, you guys are starting in Pinecrest, okay? That's this little area over to the east. In Pinecrest, you guys all got a notice for I suggest you guys take notes because it's kind of important. Some might need to know some of this stuff. I have the hiccups, and that's very unfortunate. The Duke of Cedarwood
You don't know.
has a job for you guys. Right now, the king is dead. The king's been dead for a few years now. What?
So it's the Duke of Cedarwood, not the King of Cedarwood.
The king is dead.
The king's dead. I just said that.
Dead
Wouldn't
king.
it be his steward in the place?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make that note. Dead king.
Okay.
It'll be the
Duke.
steward.
Duke
I just came up with a
Duke.
title. Steward sounds
Okay.
better, like in Lord of the Rings.
Denethor.
Steward of Gondor.
Yeah, y'all know what that means.
Okay.
So he has set out a notice to retrieve something of great importance to him and slay a beast. You guys are on this cart, and you nobody's really been talking. You guys have just been going about your travels on your own. You guys are barely vaguely aware that you're on the same quest together. That you guys are on the same. You guys are going to the same place to do the same thing. You've been traveling with a human male and a human female for most of the journey. And they haven't spoken to you either, but they've been talking to each other a lot. You can tell that the male is a very calm and collected guy, very down to earth, and the girl's a little more rambunctious, a little more spunky. But they're young adventurers as well, as you can tell by their amateurish adventuring gear. They have like freshly purchased bags and shiny swords that probably haven't gotten much use. Explain to me, Nereza, what are you wearing? Is your drow? What are you wearing?
It took a turn.
is your drow elf wearing stuff that like I can tell what if she's a drow?
You can honestly barely tell she's a drow. She's got because she still thinks that the sun is gonna set her on fire. Because
Even when it's
obviously
nighttime?
she's never been outside.
It's nighttime now.
She wear, like,
Oh,
Does she
it's
still let that?
nighttime now.
Does she still have it on at night? Around other people just to
She
hide
has
it?
a good sense to know that she's probably. She doesn't look like anybody else.
She have what'd she have?
She's got a mask on like this
Yeah, like her
to
sleeve.
her nose. Not a sleeve.
No,
it's
I
a
know.
mask. It's like a la Princess Jasmine in Aladdin when she's going incognito.
She murders Jafar.
She literally just stabs Jafar in his left eye. Just a quick.
Oh my god.
Shing.
Yeah. So she's got a face mask on, and she has like welding goggles, kind of. She's
Yeah.
just wearing goggles even at night. At this point, she's just like, fuck it, I can't take that chance.
Okay.
She's got a hood on, long sleeves, gloves.
So she's all covered. No
She's
one knows.
pretty much just covered. She's probably a little sweaty, but at
Now,
this
as you guys
point-
are riding, I'm gonna ask you guys: have you been talking to each other?
You said we haven't been talking.
I said, or you have. I don't want to give you guys as your.
I'll either say I've definitely been talking because that's what
Yeah.
Selena do,
Selena
or
talk
I've
to
been
me.
sleeping.
I'll talk.
So your call.
You guys probably
DM.
been buddying it up. What about you?
Rowan's been obsessing about her next greatest invention, so she hasn't been talking
Hold on,
much.
Rowan.
She's lost in her thoughts.
Okay, so she's probably scribbling something. In,
Yeah,
a
she's
notebook or something.
furiously writing in
What
scrolls.
about you? What have you been doing?
I'll probably be a little inquisitive.
So you guys are riding into town, right? and you notice that the couple they're talking, and they're kind of like, like having like a little mini argument, like, no, you do it. He's like, oh, you can't really hear what they're saying unless you want to check and hear what they're saying.
I'll check to hear what they're saying.
Roll the first roll of the game. Roll a
Right.
perception check.
Perception, right?
Yeah, go for it.
In the meantime, Julian.
Oh, boy.
Did you say you're an elf?
I am.
Okay, just making sure.
Full ass elf.
Elf. Like a wood elf.
Okay.
If that matters to you.
It does kind of a little bit.
None of us are.
Do I add proficiency bonus in addition to the number?
Perception, just whatever your perception check is, plus if you're proficient, add another little bit of stuff.
22.
Got 22.
Fuck.
You are entirely aware of what they're saying. Basically, they're arguing over whether or not which one of them should ask her a question.
A question.
They're just like, no, you ask her. No, you, like, I don't want, that's awkward.
Okay.
Like that kind of
Can I
thing.
use dialogue to I kind of go in?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. You guys can do whatever you want.
So have I met these two yet or no?
You've met each other. You all know that you're
So
doing the
have we
same
talked?
job.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Upon
It's kind of like
realizing-
when you're signing, when you like are in a group interview and you're like, yeah,
What are your
Okay.
strengths and weaknesses? Well,
Yeah.
I love people.
Okay.
knowing that they're
I'm a hard worker.
How do I say your character's name?
Nereza.
Nereza?
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
knowing that they're all elves, I probably haven't been chatting with them very, very much.
You're a little wary of elves.
Tiny
do
bit.
do your
Tiny bit.
backstory. Okay, we'll get into that a little later. Okay.
So I hear what these people are saying,
Okay.
and I'm just like, Nereza, looks like these humans here. You should probably break the ice, no?
This voice sounds so good. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay, so
I gotta work on
I
it.
just
I like
also
this
want to
episode.
sidebar. I assume most people are familiar with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Never heard of it.
No, what is
No.
that?
It's just
what the
like
hell?
it's just
Is
like
Donald Trump
kind
in
of
that?
yeah. Donald Trump is in that.
Move along.
Okay, so just like Drax, she has no idea what idioms are. Like no
my
idea
God.
what idioms or how they
Excellent.
work.
I like where
That's
this is
fun.
going.
Okay, I like
Yeah.
that. I didn't. That's interesting.
shit.
She wouldn't because I guess Drow.
Yeah, Drow are very like no nonsense.
The only
like
word they say is, I'm going to murder
Sometimes.
you.
Yeah.
That's all one word.
And it's in Drow
No,
too,
that's
so you
what
don't even know
I
how it
say.
works.
I'm Sakila,
yeah. So
Though you, but I will have a little problem with that because you do know 8 languages.
but she
Oh, yo, but
So you're really smart.
no.
my
Pause.
dad knows like 5 languages, and he knows terrible metaphors.
Yeah.
that's fine.
Like she knows of idioms. She just like doesn't.
She learned them in books, not.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
in
Then that
like
makes perfect sense.
actual
That does
speech.
make
Okay,
sense.
Yeah.
I accept this. That's fine. She probably like doesn't get it like immediately.
Okay.
She's not like
Yeah.
an idiot like Drax is, but
Break the ice. What do you mean by that?
What do you mean? Breaks the ice.
But there's no ice here to break.
as you guys are talking, they're
good.
like they stopped and they're like looking at you like.
Oh, they're terrified.
And then the girl she like shoves him forward a little bit. And he's like, okay, fine. And he like scoots over like closer to you. He's like, I'm terribly sorry, but I must ask, where do you hail from?
That information is personal.
Now, how do you say this? Are you saying this like kind of like aggressive, like?
No,
don't-
just completely like expressionless, kind of just
Oh, I'm
very earnest.
terribly. I'm sorry. I had no clue. It was just that me and my companion were wondering. We haven't been out much, and we can't quite tell where you hail from. Your form of dress and your interesting fashion choices are just leaving us a bit confused. Not that it's a bad thing. We're just wondering what's all the protection for.
Then why don't you ask either of them?
They're not wearing face goggles.
You don't wonder where they're from?
No, I've
Seems
seen
you are
elves.
taking
I've seen
it.
elves before.
Answer me this question, human. Why are you all so curious about things you don't understand?
Because we're adventurers, as you can see, right, Denna? And she's like, yes, we're adventurous. Can't you tell?
I
she like-
am an adventurer as well.
Wait, what was her name?
Denna.
Bullshit!
Her name is Denna. Denna. Denna.
Did I hear his name or no?
He didn't say.
That
it.
didn't
I'm
sound
revealed
too
it.
much like Jenna.
I did not mean to offend. I truly apologize. We've been on this journey for so long, and we're almost there, and we know almost nothing of each other.
I
So,
see.
are you all together? Are you all a group?
Guys, can you keep it down? I'm really trying to like focus on this here.
I'm sorry.
I suppose we're not
Thanks.
together.
I'm sorry.
And I'm gonna go back to scribbling in my scrolls.
I apologize. And then he
Where are you guys from?
turns back. Now that you've asked, so glad. We are from the distant land of Aletheus. And then she rolls her eyes as he says that.
Oh, where from in Aletheus? I'm from there.
Rowan like perks up.
Oh, are you? I'm sorry. We're from the Central Lands, close to the city. Mm-hmm. Yes, where are you from?
Just, the lower ranks
Oh,
of society.
oh, very sorry. I'm sorry, it was rude for me to ask.
Pardon the boy, he's very
No, it's fine.
This is quite an awkward conversation. I'm terribly sorry. We were just trying to get to know
You
each
don't have
other.
to hate me because I'm poor.
Why do you? What? No, That's like being like, you hate me because you're racist. He seems very flustered, and he's like just he's trying to sink back into his seat. He's like, I'm sorry.
I put up my hand and I give him a smile.
He like loosens up a little bit, and he
It's
shakes
a very
your hand.
dirty hand.
Okay. He doesn't notice that your hand's dirty, but he grabs it and he's, yes. Oh, what was your name again, sir?
Salim.
Salim. My name is. Didn't write his name down. Give me a sec.
My name is.
His name is
Don't look again.
His eye just starts twitching. Foam is
God.
coming
He
out.
just morphs into this lich god.
His name's William. My name is William.
Abernathy.
McPoyle.
Yeah.
Stop it. My name is William.
Now, before Rowan acts, I have to ask, can I roll a hotness check?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
how hot do you think he is?
Yes.
Go for
I'm
it.
all for
Wait, who
this.
are you doing it for?
For the gentleman.
Okay, roll d20.
Is everybody gonna do that?
Yo, can I roll hot?
If you guys really want to see how hot you think they are,
I'm gonna pull out a mirror. and
Rowan
do a
rolls
hotness
a
check.
3.
Okay.
So did I.
Which die?
20.
Just.
you guys aren't into
He's
him.
not a looker.
You
No. I pulled out a mirror and did the hotness check.
Big one.
you guys are getting pretty close to the city at this point. And then Dena rolls up to you. She scoots on over, the girl. And she's a young girl. You can tell that she probably hasn't been in a fight, but you can't tell. It's hard to make that assumption, but you could assume maybe she hasn't been in a fight. I don't really want to make your characters
Some
be like.
presumptive motherfuckers.
I'm trying to really steer away from making you be like your character thinks that they suck.
Yeah.
Like you make that
If it
decision.
wasn't
yourself.
They think she's
They
a
seem
pussy.
green for adventurers.
Yeah, they seem green. But she rolls up. She scoots up to you and she's like, "So what are y'all doing in the city here? What are you doing?"
She Mary Poppins?
Step in, Tom.
Oh, shut up, children!
What are y'all doing in this town, if I might ask?
Really just looking for jobs.
Jobs. Do you all have the same job?
No. And I'm still
same
scribbling.
job
I'm not
you have.
looking up from what I'm
I
saying.
wouldn't be surprised if we did, but I have not asked, to be honest.
What job are you all on? You never even talked to each other in the whole journey.
Oh, we talked, just not about the job.
Is talking a crucial thing for your people?
Must not be for you.
It's like edgelord lady.
Your ceaseless discussion doesn't get you anywhere.
She's just asking you, what job? What job are you on about? Show me. Do you have any proof? You all have a letter, by the way.
I show the letter
Yeah.
that I remember I had before you said anything.
Do you think it is prudent to show this stranger private information?
She just
It's
takes
not
it and
private,
reads
we
it.
found it on the bar.
She takes it and reads it. She's like, "Oh, that sounds way too dangerous. Think not. Here you go. Have fun with that.
Wait,
Are you all
too
on?
dangerous for you or for us?
For me. Maybe you too. Who knows? We're not really. I don't think we're ready for. See, it says right there, find great treasure, slay beast. That's two things.
Yeah, that's great beast and no modifier on the. I'm sorry, great treasure and no
That's
modifier.
two
on
separate
the
jobs. It's too difficult. We just started.
No, the treasure is the thing that you get for slaying the beast.
She looks at it and reads
Even
it
I
again.
know that.
She reads it again. I don't think so. You might have to ask your game master.
Will do.
It says you have to do two jobs: slay a beast and get a treasure and bring it back to him. Like it's like you have to bring him a treasure.
Why wouldn't I just do the
Retrieve the
treasure?
treasure.
He needs you to get him something.
We've been fucking
That is the job.
hacked.
Yeah, but if I just take all the
Hack
treasure,
funds.
Then you lose. You know that he would not like that. You're not dumb. You can do it if you want.
we gave the job to the wrong person then.
It says what it says, and your character knew
Me
that.
golden spatula.
Anyway,
Jesus Christ.
anyway, so
Okay.
she's brought that to your
sorry.
attention that you may have misunderstood the notice,
I
and you're like
definitely
shit. So she's like, you all in the same job then?
I guess. And I'm still like, any answer I have, I'm still just writing.
Rude ass bitch.
Yeah,
I'm
I just don't give a
staring
fuck.
intensely at her. Like I'm like actually making direct eye contact.
But you have goggles on. So
Yeah,
she
you have
can't tell.
goggles, so but you can feel
Like a
someone
bug.
staring at you.
Just like-
It's like a bug.
Yeah.
Like a bug.
Over there staring at me funny.
That ladybug is rude. Anywho. Well, you all seem like nice enough people. We're almost there. Maybe I'll see you in town. We're going to be hunting, actually. So if you're in the woods, give us a hello.
All right.
You guys are approaching the gates of town. There is a drawbridge. There's a moat around this town. You can tell that there are a lot of guards. A lot of guards.
Like too many guards.
More
many
guards than you
guards?
probably would expect.
Okay.
It is a city. I will say that it is classified as a city. You can see the huge castle looming in the
Which
distance.
city is this again?
This is the city of Cedarwood.
Cedarwood.
Yeah. You guys enter town. The drawbridge goes down. A lot of guards. The dwarf male got off the cart and he talked to a guard. And after a few minutes, they let him through. He had to show a piece of paper and all that stuff. You couldn't just get in willy-nilly. You take note of this. Or you don't. I don't know. I don't care. You guys go into town, and he stops at the stable. He says, all right, here you go.
As I'm getting off, I want to feign falling off of the cart, like tripping.
Oh my
and
god,
actually-
like,
Sue.
No, like I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean, and I'm trying to steal money from
Vogues
him.
off of it.
Oh, you're trying to pickpocket him. Sleight of hand check.
Natural 20.
Oh shit!
He took his whole life.
Damn!
Fucking stole his social security.
You like fondle his balls and steal a social security card. Like,
Alright, what I get from him?
okay, you got his whole coin purse.
He got his wife and
Whoa.
kids.
The
What?
house.
You got
Oh,
20.
both cards.
You got 20 gold. That includes the money that you guys paid to go on the
Fuck
cart.
yes.
You guys, you're now in town. You can see the castle looming in the distance. You know your location. The note says to go to the castle to meet the steward. It has his seal at the bottom, so you know that you can get in there. What are you guys gonna do? It's all up to you.
I'm probably gonna stay out of sight for the most part. I'm not gonna like wander around.
What time is it?
You're responsible.
So you're gonna climb
I know
to-
what time it is. Tell me what time it is. Because I have a keen mind.
No, you gotta roll for that.
You
No,
know
I
exact. Okay, Keen Mind specifies that you know when the sun will rise and set.
I have internal clock written.
I know that's what I told you to write, but I know that it means that you know when the sun will rise and set.
You know the
Because you have an internal clock, yes, but you
Well-
don't know like it's 4 o'clock.
So, in how many hours is the sun setting?
It's sun just set, like an hour ago.
Okay. So it's like
you know
seven.
what-
Also, you noticed. I will give you this. You noticed that it's about to rain.
Oh, okay.
Boys having fun.
So I'm gonna like pop up my hood and be like, okay, so are we gonna take care of this or not? I've got things to do.
To the castle.
Denna and what's his face? They walk past you and they say, "You'll have a good day, a good night."
Okay, bye.
They
Questing.
genuinely mean that.
I
Where are you
just
guys staying?
We're gonna go to the inn. What about you?
Probably the inn. What's it called?
I didn't come up with the name.
the rusty horse.
the starred,
The salty
The rusty
spittoon.
horse.
the starred buck.
Hell yeah.
The star.
Change it now.
The
I will not
starred
settle for that.
Votes
no.
for Starred Buck.
The starred buck.
Fuck
you
Oh, it's a
guys.
unanimous vote. Even Megan raised her hand. The starred buck. So yeah, that's
Winning.
what the inn's called.
Hell yeah.
Well,
Hell
maybe
no.
we'll see you all there.
Sure, maybe we could share a room.
Let's not do that. And then she goes and she keeps going, and they walk off. Hey guys, it's me. I'm here to give you kind of like a halfway point for the video podcast thing. Kind of tell you guys about the show we're making and how we want to make it and how we want you guys to be involved in how it's made. Okay, so we're kind of making this kind of like in a podcast format. I cut this one down a bit. We played for like 3 hours, and if you can't tell, I cut out a lot of the fluff just to kind of keep things going because I didn't want the first episode to be really kind of like world building heavy. So what's happening is
there's really I don't like that this episode has like not a lot of action. They didn't really get to the first fight because things kind of went slower than I anticipated. So kind of just bear with us for this first episode. I still think it turned out pretty good. We're gonna change things up on the production on the next one, so if things look a little different, if you see some stuff that you don't see in this one, don't be surprised, because we're still kind of tweaking things and like figuring out how we want it to work. Another thing that we want you guys to be involved in is listener content. We want you guys to contribute some ideas and some content for us to use in the show. So that's going to be included with magical items, which I'm stealing the idea from other D&D podcasts for these, which I listen to a lot of. We want you guys to send us magical items as ridiculous as you can imagine. +2 boots of swag, like whatever you want. Like, I don't care. If you don't know how the game works, if you don't know D&D and you can't come up with the stats for something, that's fine. Like, I totally get it. Just come up with the idea, the concept, and I'll stat it. Like, I think I'm pretty good at doing something like that. So, magic items, just come up with whatever you want. I might not use it all if it's game-breaking or completely outrageous. I might not use it, but it's worth, sending it to me, and I might end up using it. Another thing that we need you guys to submit are critical misses. And if you don't know how the game works, basically what it is if someone is attacking in a fight and they miss completely, they roll a 1, then what's going to happen is something horrible and awful is going to happen to them. Like they shove their sword up their ass on accident, or something like that. Anything you can think of. Absolutely anything. They turn into a lamp. They, whatever you guys can think of. Like, just go crazy. I'll explain more in depth next game. I forgot to mention it this game because I didn't go over some of the house rules and some of the stuff that we were gonna go over, but I'll go over that in the next episode at the beginning because it slipped my mind. In order to send any of that to us, just follow us at Cosmo Variety HR on Twitter and send it to us through there. We will all be guaranteed to see it if you guys send it to the same place. I know some of you don't have Twitter. I understand that, but that's kind of where we get all of our messages and stuff all in one place, other than the comment section, which can kind of be a mess. But yeah, Cosmo Variety HR. Again, sorry that this first episode is like a little talky, a little word heavy. They don't really get in any fights in this one or do anything crazy, but in the next one, it'll be a lot more action-packed, a lot more exciting. We're just trying to like build things up, build the story, tell you guys about the world that I made and stuff like that. I hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Like, I'm glad you guys are even watching up to this point. So, thanks, and peace out.
So you guys gonna go towards the castle?
Yes.
Yes, you're gonna go towards the
I
castle.
set off marching towards the castle.
Oh,
I'm hustling after him. Like,
unless you guys all
let's
doing a
go.
voice.
Yeah, I'm
I
trying.
am doing his voice.
How busy is the
Not right
street?
now.
Okay.
How busy is like the street traffic? Like foot traffic?
People can tell that it's gonna rain.
No,
so
like how busy is the foot traffic of like?
they're trying to people are starting to kind of go indoors.
So the crowd's not dense anymore.
Not as dense, but you could tell it would be if it was not like late or
Shoddy dense.
Shoddy dense.
Okay.
But you could tell it might be like that, yeah. As you're walking down, you notice that there's a wagon. And by the wagon, a man is trying to repair. It's like all fucked up. Like its wheels are either cracked or completely busted. Like the covering part, it's like folded inward. And he has his donkey kind of just, like tied to like a post nearby. But he's like trying like desperately to just like fix it up. And you can tell that he's like eventually just looks at it and just like sighs. And he's like, might as well throw out the whole wagon at this point.
What
Can I
kind
go?
of?
Yeah, can I like
Celine.
walk up behind him
By
like
all
a
means.
fucking weirdo? Just like stand up behind him, like in his ear, be like,
Yeah.
"What happened to your wagon?"
He like,
I want to walk up and
this is like a young man. He like, and he looks at you and he like he's at a loss.
I
He's so
also
horrified.
smile with all teeth.
You don't have your teeth baring.
No, but like when she smiles and
You
stuff
can see
like
her
that,
cheekbones
it's
raise.
Oh my god.
Like, it's like, yeah,
He's like-
you just see.
Sorry. Broke. My wagon broke.
How?
Sorry. You're very.
Why are you afraid?
You look scary.
can I interject here?
Yes, you can.
Hi there.
Hi.
Do
You
you
don't
have a
look.
problem with your wagon?
It's broken.
I can fix that for you.
It's broken.
It broke, man.
I'd be right happy
broken.
Why
to.
gonna work no more?
I ripped the skin.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, sorry. Your friend is a bit startling in her appearance. It just my
Well,
wagon's
it's kind of
broken.
messed up for you to say that.
Is my appearance?
I left my
not
wagon
usual to you?
outside of the town, and it is broken.
I kneel down next to him with my carpenter tools.
You also have the mending spell.
And that.
You can just do that if you want.
Okay.
I'm
Why would I just give away my trade?
Why would
I
you
am
do that?
fucking fascinated by whatever is going on here
Okay.
because I'm just like
He looks at you. He's like, "But I have no money to pay you."
I look at it for like a solid 15 seconds. Longest 15 seconds of this man's life. And I said, what seems to be the problem?
He looks at it and he looks at you. He's like, "Lots of things." Are you all watching this, by the way?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Rowan's
Okay.
Rowan's like,
I
trying
hold
to fix
on
a
to
plot.
one of the wheels.
Gotcha.
And I cast
Try
my
to fix it
mending
wrong, as
cantrip.
already said.
It is as you cast mending, the wood reforms back together. It's like, and it's like
I do that for each wheel that is broken.
he's like watching in awe. And he's like, oh. And you finish. What do you do?
she's just petting the donkey now. I just wanted to let y'all
She
know
like
that she's-
slides over.
She
and
like
just
is
pets the
completely over him,
donkey.
and she's just petting this donkey, and like she's like lowered her face
I
mask
love-
a bit to give the donkey
Yeah.
kisses.
I love the idea of this like silent stoic woman who like slowly
Oh, yeah,
turns
yeah.
and slides over like a ghost and pets a donkey.
Like no, she's talking to the donkey. Wait, oh, can she talk to the donkey? She has animal speech.
If you really want to, yes.
Do it.
Yeah.
You may, but it will use a spell slot.
Oh.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, we're not really doing anything for that. I really want to talk to this donkey.
You cast it, and you can now
Okay.
speak to the donkey.
Your character.
Hello, beautiful beast.
Sup?
No, he needs to talk like Eddie Murphy
No.
and Shrek.
Okay. How's it going?
What happened out on your journey?
My boy here, he messed up the whole car.
Oh my god.
What did this?
I wasn't even looking. And before I even knew it, the whole car was all busted up. His dumbass didn't even know what to do. He just dragged it back in here.
This is problematic.
I haven't heard a single word.
No, as far as you just, and then she's like sitting here like,
Are you being treated fairly?
oh yeah, he's a good boy. Stupid as hell though.
Your life is not in any.
You got any snacks?
I could be.
'Cause I'm real hungry.
What do you like?
All sorts of stuff. I'll eat anything.
Anything.
Anything. Sweet thing. He like
Do I
winks.
have
He like
food in
winks
my
at you.
bag? Can I like procure something?
Do you have any rations in your pack?
I do.
You can give him a ration if you
I'll
want.
split him off a whole piece.
Okay. He's like,
You asked for this, Megan.
oh, thanks. That was good. You got more?
Not for today.
Oh, maybe tomorrow.
Maybe tomorrow.
All right. You want my address?
This donkey is hitting on her.
You want my digits?
Can I get your phone number, baby?
Next to the head.
You're fixing his wagon.
What kind of animal are you called?
What? What does that mean?
What are you? What do you call yourself?
I'm gonna need to go into Monster Manual real quick and look up what Donkey's intelligence modifier.
Oh, because I might not know.
Donkey might.
You might be asking him a question that he has no
doesn't
fucking
have
clue.
It
so-
breaks him.
Awareness.
It's like Westworld. It's just like.
That's like asking a dog if he's a good
He's like,
dog.
Get a plus on that.
noted. Ask him your question again.
What kind of creature do you call yourself?
What you mean? I ain't like you, that's for sure.
I am not a dog. Oh wait, shit. She doesn't know. I am a drow.
Oh, Jackie's here. Hello.
Alright.
That's fine. A drow.
Yes,
I'm probably not one of those.
I can see that.
Yep.
Yes,
You got more food?
for tomorrow.
All right. Why not now, though?
There's not enough.
So I think this conversation's not really going anywhere.
So they're just gonna
You
keep
guys are just
standing
gonna
there, fucking like going around in circles until
Meanwhile-
someone puts their hand on my shoulder.
Over here with you. You finished fixing his cart with
You
his
see,
magic.
the problem was your wheels were broken.
Oh yeah, I see that. I forgot what voice
But
I
they're
made
all
for him.
fixed now.
Thank you. I don't have any money. I'm sorry.
I don't need money. That took like 4 seconds.
Yes, thank you. What's your name?
Salim.
Salim.
What's yours?
My name is. Don't have a name for this guy.
Shit, I'm sorry. It's like third time.
No, really.
Everything to do is
You gotta just have like a
I'm just
baby
trying to be
index
polite.
name, like a baby name index, like
My name's Wallace.
Generator.
Ashley.
Sorry.
Wallace.
Nice to meet you, Wallace.
You said your name's Salim?
Yes.
I can't thank you enough, really. If you need anything, come to my shop.
Where's your shop?
It's over there. He points over like a few buildings down. You can tell by the sign it has like a has like a little hammer and anvil on it.
The old hammer and anvil.
Yes.
Apostrophe S.
Actually, that's what it's called.
Well, that's what
And you
the
look
signs
over and
are
it
for.
says hammer and
Yeah,
I'm
anvils.
going to get into the history of advertising with you right now, sir.
Anyway.
Well, I'll see you there then.
Oh yes, again, thank you so much.
So,
All of you, thank you. And
I
he looks
have a
over at you
question
with the
for
donkey.
you.
He's like,
yeah. She has a question for him.
yes,
What do you call this thing?
Eddie.
What is Eddie?
He's a mule, a donkey.
Ah, yes. She kisses Eddie on the snout.
She just like,
She just goes,
Eddie like, oh, thanks, sweet thing.
goodbye,
you.
Eddie.
But so everybody else just,
And right back, she's just like,
I think it'd be rad if your character had a Russian accent.
if she had a Russian
yes, I
accent.
do have a Russian accent. I like what you got. I like what you got going on though.
Yeah, no,
like
it's
that.
already great.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys do this. There's no reason to continue, so I'm assuming you're gonna keep.
I begin marching immediately.
You're just like,
towards-
ha and then you just keep walking.
I've done a thing.
Cracks neck. Great!
Now, as we're walking, Rowan's gonna try to catch up to Salim's like serious, like
His gait.
purposeful gait.
Risk
Yeah.
And
face.
she's gonna, excuse me. What was your name? I'm sorry,
Salim.
Salim. I just wanted to let you know that was some great magic and all, but you could have used a better spell.
What was that spell?
Well, I don't know the name of it, but I learned about it.
Some wizard you
I
are.
learned about it.
Can I cast
in
it
school.
unlimited times in one day?
What? I mean,
Is it a cantrip?
if you're a learned wizard that's been to an accredited institution, I'm
No,
sure.
I'm poor.
Oh, gee. Well,
I learned at church.
Your character's like white privilege. She's like
seriously?
she's like
Yes.
a college atheist.
my
I only know
God.
the holy magics.
Holy magic. Oh, Jesus. Oh no.
It's like we're tearing her mind apart. A man who just got his power from God.
Rowan is now like super uncomfortable because she's actually like a millennial psychologist sort that doesn't believe in religious magic.
She's like a college liberal.
She's a college liberal that thinks that all magic is from a person's like inner power. Like they produce their own magic, not from a god. And she goes,
or from learning. More
yeah,
accurately.
from learning. And
They have to
and
learn their own
She
magic.
goes, well, you had to have read books on
That's
how
how
to
I learned, yes.
Yeah, through books, right?
How else would you learn a spell?
Right, exactly. So you did all this studying, and now you produce these amazing feats, right?
Correct.
Great. So
I wouldn't call them amazing.
say it's holy magic then. It's Salim magic. Obviously.
I like that.
That's
We'll
right.
call it that.
Perfect. I'm
The
glad we
Salim
came to
spell.
this. The Salim spells. Wonderful.
Let me go ahead on my character sheet and I'll just change cleric to Salim.
What's a character sheet?
the god of time rewinds all of that. That never happened.
And she's gonna just keep walking. Go. I don't get that guy.
Is she like subconsciously trying to match his gait?
Yeah, actually,
that's
because she's just like, okay.
She's
we're
like trying to
doing
keep up
this.
to him, but like she can't quite do it. So she
She's
walks
also
like him
chipping
now.
on her cape because her cape's really old and long and
too
it's
big.
tattered. So she's
Can
kind
I
of
fix your cape?
No, I like this cape. It's my cape.
She's like in a
Doesn't she have mending too?
And she whips it.
Don't you also have mending?
Huh? No, I don't have mending actually.
Okay, so you have it.
Or she's
Yeah.
just the laziest
I'm
fucking
just
wizard alive and doesn't feel like mending her cape. She's
Nah,
like,
she
no.
totally would have showed off if she had it.
So
It's just
you guys walk up. Eventually, you get to these big iron gates, and there's 4 guards there, all
killed
at
them
various
all.
posts.
Oh fuck.
You see that there's 2 up in these guard towers, up at the top, and that there's 2 down the bottom. As you walk up to the gate, which you can only assume is the gate to the castle, one of them asks you, "Halt! What is your business at the castle?"
Show him the letter.
He takes it. He snatches it out of your hand. He like looks over. He beckons the other guy over, and he looks at it. He's like, "This way."
Can I have that back?
Oh yeah, sorry. He hands it to you. I have an object permanence kind of thing. Sorry.
NPCs, I know.
So, Peleus, as you walk up, you have the highest passive perception. I'm gonna have you roll.
Okay.
At this point, I write Julian a note revealing what his character perceived, in order to hide it from the rest of the party. This is what Peleus sees. You glance up at one of the high windows of the castle. In this window you see an eerie white apparition. It is too pale to be a living person, and it glows with a dim light that chills the heart.
So that's what you see. You may choose to share that if you want, or you can keep it to yourself. I feel like maybe he would do either or.
Keeping it to myself.
Okay. You guys are gonna walk. You're being led by the guards up to the castle doors. You're going through this nice garden. Can't really take in its beauty too much because it's starting to get a little rainy, a little stormy. It's kind of yucky outside. Okay, so you guys get up to the door, and he opens the door for you, and he's like, "Hurry, come in."
What's it smell like?
You're not in yet.
The threshold. What does the threshold smell like?
Does it smell like cedar wood?
Get in the fucking house right now.
I step inside.
You guys step inside. When you step inside, it smells beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Like cedar wood?
It smells like
Like
the Princess
cedar?
Diaries.
Oh,
Anne Hathaway?
perfect.
Yeah, that's my dreams.
I dreamed a dream.
It smells like her during that song, which is
Yeah.
not good.
Oh my god, Megan, you spill her. You spill all the
I
things.
missed my mouth.
So anyway, you guys walk in, and you... Stop it. Stop misbehaving with your spitty mouth. You guys walk in, and immediately all that cold, wet dampness is starting to just wash away with all the warmth and comfort of this castle.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry. Oomph?
Warmth. I may have to enunciate my words better, actually.
Okay.
So you walk in, and the guard says, I have to ask, it's a formality. May I please have your weapons?
I understand. I keep walking.
Why do you need our weapons?
So, hold on, sir. And then other guards come out of like almost nowhere, and they're like, they just start like walking up. We need your weapons. You're in a castle.
Oh, okay.
Do you give them your weapons?
Yeah.
Do you guys give your weapons to the
Yeah, I'll
guards?
hand over my stick.
Of course, it is only courtesy. Can I attempt to hide one of my daggers?
You may attempt to hide a dagger.
Is it
Sleight of hand check.
disrespectful to keep your weapons in the palace?
It is very disrespectfful for people we don't
22.
know. You have hidden a dagger on your person.
But I gave him everything else.
You give him you have 2 daggers and a rapier, right? And like a
bow,
and
yeah.
a crossbow or something.
I've handed over my weapons. I was like, okay, very well, it's
I give him
logical.
everything, and I very, very hesitantly give him the pistol, even though it's not loaded.
He looks at it and he's very confused.
Pistol?
To be
Pistol?
Yeah, to be as you guys
Why?
you all notice now that this man pulls
Fucking Glock.
this man pulls a old flintlock pistol. It's
pirate gun.
rusted. It's like a very crusty old gun.
Which is odd because
You're
they're
prob-
basically new.
They're new to the world.
Yeah.
But let's say
This one's like a super
in
prototype.
our world they're not new because we've had pistols for a long time.
Yeah.
But I would say that
A flintlock pistol.
they've probably been around for like 15 years, 20 years maybe.
So,
How old are you?
22.
22. They've probably been around for like 30 years then.
Okay.
So it's old and it's rusted. It can be old and rusted, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He hasn't used it in a long time,
Yeah,
especially
it's
after
just
you're
not
born.
been taken care of.
Rowan's eyes are gonna grow big, and he's like, "Whoa, that is a
He
marvel."
basically is handing this like mechanism that you've never seen. You don't even know. Those of you who can kind of figure out what it is, it probably doesn't even shoot anything. It's just like this antique relic. But he hands it over anyway, and the guard looks at it. He's like, "Okay."
Please be careful with that.
Down from the stairs, you see this woman in like a very beautiful gown. She starts stepping down, and she like looks at you all, and she's like, "Oh, you must be the adventurers." And then she like steps down gingerly, like about a third of the way down, and she like looks at you all again, and she kind of expects a reaction from all of you.
And you must be the Duke.
But she's like, "Oh, no, silly boy, not me. I'm the Duchess."
That
And then
makes
she like
more
steps
sense.
down like
Wait,
another.
I thought he was a steward.
Yeah, we changed it, bro.
I didn't know.
So she'd be a stewardess.
She
That
is.
means she's a stewardess, so she
she's-
flies airplanes.
She's the stewardess.
man.
She's the stewardess. He confused me.
I'm
It's
sorry.
like, no,
So
silly
she-
boy, I'm the stewardess. And as she walks down another third of the way down the stairs,
We made Lord of the
Like,
Rings
gracefully.
jokes, and I kind of just stopped.
you can
paying
tell that this
attention.
woman is being very theatrical with her like movements down the stairs. She's like basically wanting more attention than she's
So
getting.
I'm just gonna fucking blurt out, like, why are you acting in such a way?
Oh. To common folk, it may seem like I'm acting a way, but this is how us royalty.
I'm not
like to-
common folk.
Oh,
People don't act like that.
sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, so many judging eyes. Oh, sir, dear.
I hold
The
up the
adventurers
letter
are being
for her.
crass. And then down from the stairs, you see a man who walks down like a third of the way, like much like the woman did. He's a human man with like beautifully coiffed
Is this fucking
blonde hair.
RuPaul's Drag Race? Like,
He's Sasha's
why
dad.
are they just like they're
walks
like
down and he
flipping
says-
their weaves like they do dead drop on the way down the stairs? Like, what's up, hunty? Like,
He walks down the stairs and he says, "Excuse my wife. She's very new to the."
my wife. Now he's Borat.
Excuse my wife. She's new to the life of royalty. As am I must admit. I am the Count.
Sure it is.
He said that on purpose. Don't worry, that one he said on purpose. I'm the Count. I'm the one who summoned you here. And then he like passes by her. He walks down all the stairs. He's not doing that nonsense. He walks up to you, and then she like slowly comes down behind him. And he walks up to all of you and he says, "You all got my letter, I presume."
I think this guy's a vampire.
Vampires don't exist.
Do you say that out loud?
Well, I kind of like.
No, you have to say
I
it.
think that
He's
I'm
right in
whispering.
front of you.
I think that I'm whispering by altering the direction of my voice, but I'm not.
What
He throws his voice.
What do
in
you
the back of
actually
the-
say?
I'm saying I think this guy's a vampire.
Do you say that to them?
Yes.
He hears you. Oh, heavens me, I'm not a vampire. If it was daylight out, I would just go for a stroll. But it's raining. Sorry, this is awkward.
Classic excuse.
I'm not a vampire.
I'm squinting really
Look
hard
at
as he
me.
barely talks. I got some big ass goggles
Look,
on.
no vampire. Incisors.
That's what a vampire would say.
You all are foolish. Adventurers are so paranoid. Excuse me.
In my research, I learned
He
that
walks over
vampires
to
don't
a nearby
like
door and he
color.
beckons you all. Come.
Okay, I
They
get out
don't.
my letter. Just say.
Yes, of course. Yes, I would love to see that you all are here for what you're here for. He looks at the letter, he's like, I wrote that, yes, me. And he hands that back to you.
Can I roll a perception check? This guy's shady as fuck.
Trying to insight. You want to do an insight check to see his
Yeah.
intentions.
Where's
Go for
my
it.
D20? A 3!
Don't forget
You
to
have
add your modifier.
your character wouldn't know.
He thinks he's a vampire.
I don't think your character's wise, but she doesn't know like idioms and stuff. It's so silly.
I want to roll for hotness
Rewind.
though to see how I hand him my
Roll,
letter.
roll for hotness.
Okay, he's nat 20, so he's super hot.
This guy's attractive.
fucking-
Definitely
He gets a
vampire.
+2 already because he's an
Definitely
attractive
vampire.
guy.
Is he
So-
Tom Cruise vampire? Or
You
he
guys
like-
can make a fucking check to tell if he's a vampire. You know that, right? You don't have
That's
to ask
silly.
me.
Why
Can
would
I
do
check
that?
then? Can I check?
So at
Roll.
this point, Rowan fully believes that he's a super hot vampire, so she's like sweating and she just like
She's fucking
shakes.
soaking wet. as she's
I'm like
handing him that.
63% this guy's a vampire.
I'll say nature. Roll a nature check to tell if he's a vampire.
Oh, where? Which
I'm
says it's
proficient in that, but I
D20?
still won't roll.
That's fine.
I got this, guys. I got
I was
plus 4.
just
Oh no, I don't.
12.
15?
15?
Yeah, 15 I could like see a tooth or something and make an assumption.
Has your character ever seen a vampire?
She's researched them, so she like knows what their typical appearance is.
From what you've
like.
seen, you have no reason to believe this man's a vampire.
Oh,
Other than the fact that he says he's the Count. You clowns.
What's funny is I
The
didn't
Count
even really
is the
think about
vampire in Sesame Street.
Avant, do something.
1,
1, 2.
2, 3.
that.
Anyway,
Also Dracula, but yeah.
he takes your letters. He's moved to you, Peleus. Letter, please, sir.
Of course, exalted one. Thank you very much for treating us this
Glad.
horrible day.
He says under his breath to you, I'm glad someone knows
Yes,
how to act
of
around
course,
royalty.
yes.
Thank you. He looks at you and he says, Sir, for you. And he hands it back to you.
What is he? Oh, just okay.
Yeah, he appreciates your demeanor.
He also rubs your thumb a little bit.
That's okay.
He just like gives you a wink.
Rubs that way.
Anyway,
Like Gilderoy Lockhart style.
I would say he kind of looks like Gilderoy Lockhart, actually.
Okay.
So
Guilty.
fucking Kenneth
Perfect.
Branagh?
Yeah,
Yeah, he looks
Kenneth
like
Branagh.
no, he looks like Gilderoy Lockhart.
Kenneth Branagh.
He looks like Gilderoy Lockhart.
Shakespearean actor
Anyway,
Kenneth Branagh.
so he beckons you into the room that he's in front of, and you can see that it's a dining hall. Okay, and in this dining hall, you can see that it has this beautiful fireplace next to these large windows, and above the fireplace is this portrait, freshly painted, of himself and his wife sitting there with like beaming smiles. Okay,
With a tiger pelt.
it's like it's like
all
over
teeth,
the top as
all
fuck.
teeth, they're like,
All teeth for him. He's like,
All teeth.
"Huh." Okay, and then she's just kind of like impish, like one of those. Okay.
I like
For
that.
the people listening to the audio, she like has her hand on her chin and she's like being cute and coy. Anyway, yeah, he goes and he sits at the head of the table and there's four seats nearby him that you guys
He wasn't prepared.
come sit next. It's like sit at. His wife does not come into the room.
Can we sit exactly like this?
Yeah, just this way.
This is
Yeah.
how we're sitting.
You can't.
We're all on one
If you
side.
want to sit on one side of the table, you're
all
sure.
just
Yeah, we
sit
sit
on
like
one
this.
You
side
guys
of
go
the
and you
table
sit there, and he
fucking
like looks.
weirdos.
He's like, "No one wants to come over to the left side of the
No.
other side of the table."
No.
Sure, fine. Huh. He like goes and he sits down. Anyway, so might I get your names? He looks straight to you first.
My name is Salim.
Salim, what? Where do you hail from?
I'm from Alatheus.
And what is your name? Sir or madam?
Madam.
Sorry, yes. What is your name?
I'm gonna take my goggles off now and just really fucking stare at this guy because she knows she's like.
What color are your eyes?
They're lilac. So they're like, but like.
But when you take off your goggles, he can tell that you have like black, purplish skin.
Yeah, no, but like that's the thing is like their eyes are so light that even lilac eyes like look white to most people unless they're
understand.
really close. Yeah, it's like scary.
Understood.
They're like cologne.
So he looks at you and like it like sends a chill down his spine.
She doesn't say anything other than that. She just fucking like takes the goggles off and just kind of stares at it like.
So no name, is that it? Right. And your name, young lady?
Well, I'm Rowan Van Gant.
Yes.
Yes, you may have known my father, High Inventor Van Gant. Of Maltheus.
Let me see.
No, not even. Oh.
Oh, truly. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be presumptuous, but do you have proof of your heritage?
Proof? What proof do I need?
Okay, I understand. And he like whispers to the butler again. And the butler like kind of just like gives him like a condescending nod.
Do I notice all that?
Yeah, you notice all that.
Can I pick up? Can I check to see if I heard it?
Roll listen check or perception check. It used to be called listen in the old game.
Hey.
A 6.
No clue, but you know as a common sense person that if
Yeah.
you just say you're related to someone who's really, really important, you don't prove it, no one's gonna believe you.
So rude.
And your name, sir? And he looks at you with more like respect than the others.
Okay. Peleus Amastasia, of course, that's my name.
Where do you hail from, sir? You're so well spoken.
Yes, well, I come from humble beginnings, but Himsdale is where I frequent most often.
You may not believe it, but I too came from
Really?
humble beginnings. He like,
Salim frowns.
and then the butler, he just like stands there and nods like this, like over and over again, like
Brings
smiling.
you out here, good sir.
Well, as misfortune would bestow it, my ruler, the king, fell ill and passed away.
That is terrible news.
Truly.
I'm so sorry.
It is up to me to take care of this beautiful castle for him until a new ruler is found. Maybe possibly he had a lost heir. We are not sure. But until then, I am the one who is burdened with this responsibility.
You're an asshole.
Do you say that?
Fuck this guy.
Excuse me!
Salim doesn't like this.
And then the
Wait,
Some heavy burden.
She's super like conflicted right now because like everyone
Sir.
she knows is like ruled by women.
you must treat me with respect in my temporary home.
What's the different? What difference does it make to you?
One of the steward butler comes from behind you and he whispers in your ear real quick. He's like, just let him have it for a second, okay? Just let him have it.
Like, let him have it.
No. Don't. But just hear him out. Give him what he wants.
All right.
For now.
And then beat him
Listen,
later.
we understand.
Okay.
After all, Peleus is
down a little.
attempting
You should probably apologize.
I'm sorry. My vocabulary, I'm unlearned.
You should be, and I should say that you may be unlearned.
All right, that's enough.
That's a really rude presumption to make. You
Well,
know.
you are all being very presumptuous about me, and I'm the one giving you this very well-paying job.
Well,
That is what you all want, isn't it? Money,
basically.
riches,
Yeah.
as did I, and I achieved it. And I'm willing to share it with you for completing a small task for me.
Go on.
Now that he has apologized, I'm a forgiving man. I will now explain to all of you exactly what is going on. So, I don't know what you know about the region, about this beautiful land of ours. We are having a bit of trouble with goblins, the foul little creatures. I despise them myself. But they seem to be acting up, if you would. They've been raiding our town, our city, and some of our settlements on the outskirts of the city. And they've been stealing our possessions, murdering our people. capturing them, eating their flesh, I've heard. Ghastly, I know. Let me explain in full detail exactly what I need done. Okay? We're going to go straight to the chase, because I can see that you're all no-nonsense folk. I'm used to that. Any of your insults that you may cast at me, I've heard them before. But at the end of the day, I'm the one.
Sure.
Have you?
I'm the one with the coin pouch. I need you all to remove the leader of these cretins, the goblins. You want to write some of this stuff down, y'all? Like
Shut your
there's
mouth.
some-
What specifically about this goblin is causing the problems?
He calls himself the Goblin King. A foolish
Have I ever
title.
heard this before?
A foolish title. He is a monstrous beast.
Monstrous.
Is he blonde by any chance?
He's not fucking David Bowie. Let's move on.
Does he carry a large package?
He's
Does he
not
steal babies?
David Bowie. You know there are Goblin Kings before David Bowie?
No, I think the Goblin
about
King
the
first
Said.
was made in 1987.
Tra-la-la.
Tra-la-la.
Was the one in The
Hello.
Hobbit a goblin
If she
king?
kisses you, I'll make
The
you
one in Adventure
the
Time.
king.
I'm intending
Of the
for you
bottom
all
return
to
of set.
imagine. I'm gonna ask you guys to stop. I'm intending for you all to imagine the Goblin King from The Hobbit.
Right, the best book
That
ever
ugly
made. Yeah.
one?
That's what you your characters unfortunately do not think of David
I
Bowie.
spelled monstrous.
Oh no, they automatically
Monstrous.
Yeah,
They
no.
automatically think of a sexy blonde man with like an owl cape.
Rowan
on.
has photographic memory, so she automatically thinks of
What's
Jared.
a photograph?
We're just gonna keep going. You've
Look
never
at
seen,
this
you've never seen
graph.
David Bowie. You've never seen David Bowie in this world.
No. David Bowie is the universal constant in this world.
We're gonna move on.
Dude,
What
always a
said
goblin.
We're gonna move on.
Yeah, David Bowie
We're
is
gonna move on.
the gotta look.
We're moving on.
Moving on.
For real.
We're moving on.
3, 2, 1.
RP on. So, you guys have not seen David Bowie in this world.
Say that again.
When he says a
Say
monster,
that 3 more times.
when he says a monster, you guys naturally assume a monster.
So deep.
But what is your guys when he says there is a monster leading these? What is your guys' character's reaction to this? Are you guys listening intently? Do you make any visible questioning
I'm
glances?
actually in character writing all this down. Every time I write
Your guys writing
in
this
my
down?
book, I'm
Yeah.
going to be doing it in
Okay,
yeah.
he's looking at that and he
I have
actually
terrible
I'm just
penmanship.
staring and making
Celine can
unbreaking eye
read.
contact.
Barely.
he's you guys are both writing. He's noting this. He's taking note of that, and he actually is a little more impressed by you. He thinks you're much more civilized.
Rowan
than-
has actively disengaged from what he's
If
had
only
to
you could
say
see
and
the
is now
pictures of
writing
trees.
down more ideas for her invention.
Okay, so
So he
from
thinks
now
you're
on,
writing.
you won't have photographic memory of anything he's telling you.
No.
Okay, that's fine. I myself have seen this beast, this monstrosity, in his terrible visage. He is hulking. I would think that he is an ogre. That's how large and horrifying he is. I need this creature slain. Bring me proof that you have done the deed. I believe he wears a makeshift crown of some sort. It is ghastly. Nothing to be impressed by. But if you bring that to me, or any other proof that you have done the deed, that will be the first half of your job. The second half, he possesses something of mine, and I would like it back. It is in a red box, about this big, and he does like a, kind of like a little, it's not too big, it's about the width of his chest.
It's about box shaped.
Yeah.
Is there going to be food?
Maybe if you behave, yes, I was planning on feeding you. He beckons over, and they bring in a platter, whole banquet for you all to eat.
Seasoned food.
He finishes eating. He didn't eat a lot, but he leans back and he looks at all of you. So, just so we're clear, goal number 1 is to slay the beast, slay the goblin, the leader, and I assume that the rest will disperse from there because they are unintelligent beasts. Slay him and retrieve the treasure that he has. It is very easy to find. If he has other treasures, I don't care if you keep them. It is fine. Keep whatever you find, but I do need that one thing. And I promise you, they have many valuables of ours, because they've taken them from our cities and settlements that they've destroyed. Now,
Nerd.
I am in a generous mood, and I understand that it is storming outside, and as you guys look behind him in the windows, it is a raging storm. Like, it's completely fucked up. You may all take residence in this castle. It is not mine, but I have written permission from the king himself that anybody who has permission from me may stay in the castle. And I allow my the mercenaries who work for me to stay in the residence quarters as well. So, if you all do not mind, I have rooms set up for all of you.
I stand up and I say thank you anyway, and I leave.
So your character's
The room.
The room?
Yeah, I don't want to.
Is he? Are you not staying here?
No, thank you. I'll stay at the end.
Well, let's step off to the side.
Yeah, you guys should step up to the
And
side and
chat.
talk because you have a guy leaving if you don't want him to leave.
No, I'm just outside the dining hall. That's
He's
it.
standing in the foyer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he's stepping out of the
Waiting
room,
for you
not-
guys, basically.
So
He sits as you guys leave. He looks at you and he shakes his head and he looks down. Now you guys have this guy to convince if you don't want him to stay, or if you want him to go, he can go for it. He can leave.
My good friend Selim, what seems to be your problem?
Let me. I don't want to. If you guys want to split up, you can go ahead. I'm just saying, like for
I'd rather
in D&D,
make an
it makes things a little messy.
dialogue.
But I'm not gonna stop you. If you want to split up, go ahead. Go for it.
We already made so many friends in town. Just feel more comfortable in company that wants to keep us.
The butler turns to you and says, "By all means, we would prefer to keep you here, but if you are all free to leave if you wish. We would prefer to have you stay in a comfortable place. There's a storm outside, of course. We will provide for you any meals or anything that you need. We are at your beck and call."
I feel it is
This is,
prudent
I'm okay
to
with
stay
staying.
here.
Formalities. It's not my first.
I'm alright with staying
Not
here.
my first rodeo, so.
We will give you all separate rooms if you wish, or a room together. Your choice. What would you prefer?
Separate.
separate.
Separate. This is good.
Okay, we'll give you rooms nearby each other, just in case. If you
Yeah,
really
that's fine.
are that wary.
That is okay.
Everybody's sleeping separate. Maybe I should.
If you want to go, you can go ahead.
Together.
I want to go party. No, I want to go party
Bunk
with
beds.
the people I made friends with.
Your character can go for it then.
When should we meet in the morning?
At sunrise.
We will.
At dawn.
We will. Even if you're not here, we will call for you. If you,
Then-
I assume that if you do not stay, you will be at the tavern,
Yes.
at the inn,
Yes.
the Starred Buck.
Yes, the Starred Buck. That's
Yes.
the one.
We will call for you.
I will go there then.
You will all reconvene in the morning. Yes.
Okay.
As you guys, they're leading you up, down halls, upstairs. You can tell that this castle is fucking huge. You probably won't be able to navigate it on your own unless you were really, really paying attention and are really trying.
Can I
So-
try to remember the layout?
Photographic memory.
You can remember, yes, but you need to
That
try to
thing?
roll. She has a keen mind feat.
Oh, is that like a wizard thing?
Keen mind feat means that I have.
No, is it a wizard thing? Or
No,
is it
it's
a back-
it's a feat. So
I have all you
I've-
guys peak
Okay.
feats at the
I
beginning.
have a photographic and auditory memory that lasts 1 month.
You don't know? Can't tell? That's fine.
Damn it.
So they lead you to a hallway with lots of rooms, and they're gonna open up 4 doors for you all. 3
Three.
doors, sorry, 3 doors. And then you guys, 3 doors down, they let you guys go on in. You can tell these rooms are cozy AF. Really nice rooms. Nicer than probably most of you have stayed in.
Not me,
Definitely.
bitch.
Maybe. Underdark
That's
caves
true.
aren't really super nice.
But their houses are.
Guess you're Underdark queen now. You know everything. So yeah, you guys are in your rooms. I need everybody to roll a perception check, or sleeping, or meditating, or whatever.
13.
5.
23.
Okay.
My meditation paid off.
Peleus, in your meditation, you are startled awake by an eerie chill.
God damn it, that's what I thought it was.
You open your eyes, and you see a ghastly white image in front of you. You see what appears to be a young lady. She is completely white, and she is almost hovering above the ground. You don't know where her feet would possibly be.
Does she look like... Is it like a rotten corpse, or does it look like someone who... Like it's a ghost, but it's like...
So it looks like a normal person.
She looks like Lisa from Silent Hills.
No, she does not look like that at all.
God, no.
She looks well kept. She looks like she's in bedtime clothes, like a nightgown kind
Is
of thing.
she a ghost?
She's floating there. You can assume she's a ghost.
Okay.
You can say, "Hey, are you a ghost?"
She's an apparition. I will say
Just
she's an
ask her,
apparition.
Are you one of them ghosts?
She's
You
like
goddamn ghost.
hovering just barely an inch off the ground, and her little nightgown is flowing, and she's staring out the window into the storm. But you almost don't hear the storm anymore. It's almost deathly silent in the
What's
room.
is the eerie chill just the feeling of the room?
Did you get like a vibe?
Is she making like a wheezing, like a low key?
No noise. No noise. It is
So all I can hear
Eerily-
is the electricity in my brain just going.
silent.
That's creepy.
Just eerily silent. Nothing. It's almost like if you heard your own breath, it'd scare you. But, I don't want to say that for your character. You know what I mean? So what do you do?
He's startled, obviously.
Okay.
Just opens his eyes.
It's like, oh, good lord. Lordy lord.
Yeah.
He says, my goodness. My stars and strapes.
Speak.
Does
Tell
he
us
say
to
that?
Speak, yeah.
Okay. She doesn't move. She just stands there. But after a moment, she's going to turn to you and look at you dead in the eyes. I need you to make a wisdom save. With wisdom saving throw.
Just wisdom?
Yeah. From like your top box there.
Okay. 13.
Okay. You're slightly chilled by her gaze straight into your eyes.
Oh, that's appropriate.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she's gonna look at you and like lower her head just a slight bit, and then she's gonna glide out of the room. Make a perception check.
Oh, shit.
Not you yet.
God.
Megan, not yet.
What'd you got?
11.
You're still startled awake. You feel like an instant chill, and you're like, but you don't know exactly what it is.
Ooh.
Put on that coat.
What's happening?
After a second, you look and you see a ghostly white image standing above your bed, staring at you.
What?
And then she beckons you, and then she flies out of the room. Roll a perception check.
Okay. 6, 9.
You don't wake up.
I guess you gotta break a 10.
You guys are outside her room now.
Okay. So we're gonna go check to see what
Okay.
happened.
We have to go.
You guys check Nereza's room, and you see
Yeah.
that Nereza is cold, like in deep meditation. And the spirit's just like staring at her. She looks back at you guys.
Nereza! There's a ghost!
You can choose to wake up now if you want. In your meditation, you hear them yelling at you.
I just like slowly open my eyes and stare at them.
You see the ghost in front of you before you see them, really.
Okay, so I squint at the ghost.
The ghost just looks at you, back.
They're just staring at each other.
And then she just floats back. She flies out of the room, and she passes by you guys. She tries not to go through you, because she's not rude. And then she's going to lead you guys down the hallway.
Okay.
We follow.
Of course.
Yes.
You guys follow her, and she's going to take you down a spiral staircase, opposite of the way that you came in. Like, if you kept going, instead of, like, stopped at your rooms, she's going to lead you down that way. She's leading you down a spiral staircase, and you're going down for what seems like a really, really long time. You're passing by, like, ways to leave the staircase and, like, go into other hallways, but she's leading you down, more and more, until she gets to the very bottom, and there's a door, and she's going to float through the door.
She floats through it.
Yeah,
Can we open it?
you can try.
What the hell's that mean?
You open the door.
I turn that knob.
You open the
Yeah,
door.
I turn that dang
You open the
knob.
door.
We'll try.
You open the door, and you're down this, like, long, dark corridor. You can't see anything, Rowan.
We have dark vision. What do we see?
You can see dimly. You can see perfectly.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go dancing lights.
And you cast dancing lights. So that's your cantrip. You create an orb,
Dance,
or
magic dance.
however you want your dancing lights to look. How do you want them to look?
Like Bubble Buddy.
I want them to be like little like electric sparks.
Okay.
Like little balls of
They're
electric
like
energy.
little balls of electric energy near you. You have 3 little balls of electric energy
That are blue.
floating by you. Blue electric energy. And you can see much better now. You could see her going ahead and floating ahead, far ahead of you guys. What do you do?
I guess I'll run ahead. She's superior dark vision, so she's just like gonna get close.
You know
Before
exactly
you
what you're
do
doing.
that, can I interject?
Yeah. What do you want to do?
Wait.
Do you say
Let me
that?
check something first.
Do you say that to these guys? Not her?
Alright, so yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I've,
go.
I've paused.
Okay. What are you
I
gonna
want
do?
to see if there's any like traps
Smart.
on the walls or
Very
something.
smart of you to do. Go for it.
Clever.
You're
What
gonna
would that
do
be investigation or
perception check.
still perception?
Yeah.
Alright. 23.
You don't see anything. I'm
Nothing.
pretty sure it's okay.
Alright.
Okay.
False alarm. Very sorry.
It's smart to think of that though.
It's
Very
a
smart.
creepy
Yeah.
hallway.
Any
Anyway.
long, empty hallway, yeah, you probably want to check for traps.
Anyway.
I've run off ahead.
Okay. You guys, you all go up to the apparition, and she floats into one of the rooms on the right.
Okay.
I immediately
Follow
follow.
Open the door.
Okay. You open the door, and you see a very large storeroom, and there's like another armoire. There's more crates and boxes. Up above you see a very large painting, but it has a big covering over it. It's kind of like the same size as the one that was in the dining hall. It has a big tarp over it, like a big cover.
Oh no.
And it's like hanging up on the wall, fairly high up, and then she like looks up at it, and then she like floats into the painting.
Oh god. I know what this is.
What are y'all gonna do?
We should try to uncover the painting.
I'm gonna cast a mage hand to go reach up and pull off
You
the
can
cover.
you can just do that. You fucking telekinesis. Go
Do
for
it.
it.
Yep, so I
Is that a
go.
cantrip?
Yeah.
Yes, I cast my mage
5
hand.
pound telekinesis.
And of course, it's got like a really cool electric glow to it too.
Just actually don't look like anything. Oh, but you, it doesn't. There's no hand. No actual hand.
It does say that there's a hand
Like
here.
Genie of the Lamp
What?
hand.
Read
A
Mage hand.
spectral floating hand appears
Aw.
at a
Oh,
point
wow,
you choose
get
within
fucked,
range.
Mark.
I guess I didn't know. Okay, that's fine.
Boom!
So a little hand comes out. A little Mickey Mouse like glove.
It was like a baby doll hand.
I think
It's
a
like this
master
really
hand.
undersized
a
Yeah.
grotesque baby hand.
Yeah.
So it goes and it like boop, and it like
A
just
buster
tugs
claw.
off the edge, and then like
The whole thing drapes.
tapestry like falls off completely. And you can see that the woman that you've been following is displayed in the painting. And right next to her is this very, very handsome, strong man standing next to her. And he has a crown on his head. What are you rolling?
He's ugly.
Okay. You're rolling hotness checks on this dude.
Roll the hotness check on the painting.
He has like a
then.
+5 to hotness.
So
though.
Okay, so that's
He's
7 average.
standardly-
He's
I
like a
mean-
grandpa.
No, he's a young man.
Oh, young man.
it's pretty obvious.
Do we
that's the
recognize this person
case.
in the painting? That
Make a
isn't-
history check if you want to.
I have my suspicion.
You will not be able to.
That's-
I
Raise
do,
it. Raise it, you
20.
don't
Yeah,
know.
and I rolled a 1 anyway.
You roll a 20?
Well, no, 16, but added to the
19.
20.
You guys know that that is the previous king and his wife that you've been following around.
The queen!
Yeah.
It's the queen!
Revelations.
That would appear so.